Okay, welcome back, you guys, to my podcast. I am Sexy Lexi Alexis, and you are here with Let's Address It, my brand new podcast that I'm coming, and I have a very, very special guest here today, you guys. This lady is notoriously known as Paige Victoria Winslow, but everybody knows her as the Black Madam. The Black Madam, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Lexi.
Okay, so let's jump right into it. First, for those of you that don't know her, for those of you that do know her, she's a really beautiful person, you guys. I've got a chance to meet her briefly back in the day. She's always been a boss, even at a young age. She just was a boss, nightclubs, Benzes, Jaguars, and stuff like that. She always was a person. I think she was one of the first transgenders that I've seen come out of Philly that actually had the sex change, that had a pussy. So that was really a big thing, right? And to be pushing the Benz back then. So she's always been one of the girls like to look up to from back in the day. But before we get to that part, let's start with your childhood, with your upbringing.
Okay, let's see. Well, I'm born first of four, okay. And then my brother came along later.
Okay.
So I don't know. I've always been a leader, a leader with taking care of my sisters and stuff like that.
So, how was it you coming out to the world? Like, how did you break it to your family?
Well, I had always been like effeminate and everything, cunty as a child. However, I grew up with a father who was in the house, who was like in the gang war era, and so he was Big Jess. Everybody well respected him and stuff like that. So when it was for me to come and tell my dad, which I didn't think it was going to be a secret. I didn't think it was a big deal. It was like I was some strapping football guy that was, hey, Dad, this is what I'm going to do. No. So I figured my father, and in fact, wait a second. Okay. The fact that my father had always raised us to speak our mind and to live in our truth, even before it was this whole thing, living your truth. That's what my dad would always say. So I thought I would have his undivided support. But I remember being at home in South Philly with my sister and
Is
my
that
mom.
where you from? Born and raised?
Yes,
I'm born and raised in South Philly too.
Why do you think I'm here? Because I'm supporting my South Philly sisters.
Yes, South Philly sisters. Yes. Okay, y'all. So listen, we're gonna do this in segment. This is the. Okay, go ahead.
So when you want to do your spill?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So I told my mom. My mom asked me what did I want for my 21st birthday. So I said, I showed her a picture of this girl that was in the back of City Paper, and
go ahead.
And my mom's looking at the picture. It was a cute girl, almond-shaped eyes with a bang.
Who was she?
I don't even know.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
But I told her that this girl. Well, my mom says, "Well, what do you want? A prostitute for your 21st birthday?" And I said, "No, Mom. She's a transgender." Back then, it was transsexual. Transsexual.
Yeah.
So I said, "She's a transsexual, and I think I want to get a sex change." And my mom, she clutched pearls. Oh, child, you gotta talk to your father.
How young were you?
I was 21 then.
You were 21 then?
21 years old.
So when was it when you actually got your SRS, is what they call it now? We have to be a little bit more, it's sex change to us. And listen, on my show, it's really real. I'm giving y'all the real. All that politically correct bullshit. That's not how me and my girls talk about them. They say, bitch, you got your pussy back in the... Yes, she had a pussy back in the day. It's called SRS, you guys. But how old were you when you got it done?
Oh my God, when I got it done, I was 24 years old.
23 years old? What year was that?
Oh God, girl, you can rate age me, but okay. Because honey,
just to get people's general idea.
Madam is immortal, so the age... the immortals have no age.
Yes.
But anyway... Child, bitch was 23, so that was 1994.
Oh, okay, so listen, y'all.
When a lot of these girls out here weren't even, I don't even think they were
That's what I'm saying. I was just starting to be a girl.
They were still up in their daddy's nutsack.
Oh, yes, you better give it. This is what we wanted. So y'all, listen, okay, so before we get into the hot and heavy, you guys, let me just, what everybody knows you at, what the world knows you at, is the Black Madam.
Yes.
Besides you being the boss as Paige Victoria Winslow, besides you being the boss, the nightclubs, the businesses, the Benzes, and just being a coinsy girl, one of the first girls out of Philadelphia that actually had your vagina at a very young age. When we wasn't even, we were still we still had socks in our.
This before they started paying for it,
right?
And I ain't getting on that. Cause I'm gonna go get me some free. I'm gonna go get me some free stuff too.
We're gonna get all
but
that.
Honey, I had to come out of the pocket for everything.
Yeah, and I know it was very coinsy back then.
Ooh, coinsy. I'm sitting on 2 Rolls Royces right now.
Oh, baby,
darling.
Come on, so
what's my name? Okay. Madam.
The Madam is here. Okay, so listen, so you guys, we have to talk about the meat and potatoes of the whole thing, like why you are in high demand. That people just want to know your story about, the pumping and everything, you guys. But before we get into that, because we're going to do that on segment 2, and then we're going to talk about the many ventures that she's ventured off in. First of all, shout out to the Madam for just still being alive after doing a bid, 10
years.
You did 10 years?
A decade.
Tell me how you first got started with pumping the people. The floor is yours.
Okay.
As
everyone know, I was basically a madam for like 17 years. However, I did kind of venture out into doing
when you say the Madam, break that Madam word down.
Well, I had all right there. Mm-hmm. I had all the girls operating through the whole eastern corridor of the country. Now, and like right now, the ballroom scene is everything. Everybody's jumping on the bandwagon and everything. And sometimes I feel a little bit left out because I wasn't a part of that culture. Mm-hmm. Because why? I was laying the platform where the girls could come and make that money, so they can get out into those garments and get into the ballroom scene.
Now, how many girls would you say working under you at the time?
Oh my God, all of them.
Oh, okay.
Most of them. And then I ventured off into the genetic cisgender female. We say cisgender these days.
Yeah.
So cisgenders these days. And then I had the boys.
So you had the boys too?
I had them all.
So listen, you guys, this shit is just bigger than the name that she put on herself. She was the Madam, the Black Madam. Actually, when you made the news and you made historical headlines, they referred to you as the Black Madam.
Yeah.
So you really, for the news to not just call you Paige and, for that to be the headline, the Black Madam, you really were the Madam. And although she's not into that lifestyle anymore, I should hope not. Okay. The Madam is here. The Madam is once a Madam?
Always a Madam.
Can you Madam me?
Baby, I'm going to teach you how to be the Madam.
Yes, okay,
yes, I don't just feed. I teach my girls how to eat.
Okay.
For a lifetime.
Okay, so when you first got into, how did you get into it?
Oh, yeah, so I was doing the whole escorting business and everything for the 17 years, but I had met my fiance, and he was a virgin, he was innocent and naive, and I fell in love with him. And I didn't want to expose him to that type of lifestyle. Mm-hmm. You'll have to read my book, Infamous, to get the full nuts and, caboodle about all
the meat
that.
And potatoes.
The meat and potatoes, i.e. Sanaya. But I didn't want to expose him to that anymore. So I was like wanting a way to get out of that business, but still be able to take care of myself. Because, a girl became used to a certain way of living. So Angel, one of my best friends, Angel.
Shout out to Angel Revlon, first Romeo Gilly. Shout out to Angel, Philadelphia's own, my baby girl, and one of another mother of Philadelphia, ballroom staple, just ballroom realness untold, and a lot of girls' idols. Even back then, even still now. So she birthed a nation. Shout out to Renee Karan. She birthed a nation. Girls like myself birthed a nation.
Okay. You better birth that nation.
You better birth that nation.
Wide open.
But go ahead.
So she had happened to call me this one morning. You read the book, Infamous by Black Madam.
Okay, we're going to put all of that into the work.
She was asking me what was going on because I was stressed and everything. And I told her I got to figure out a way to get out of this business. Mm-hmm. I've gotten all my surgeries. Mm-hmm. I've traveled the world. I've built businesses and everything. I have no more excuse to be involved in this. And then my dad was dead, so I'm like thinking he could see me from the heavenly realm, this how this bitch getting this money now. I'm thinking, she doing this music, and she out there got all these hoes. So I'm like, Daddy, now. But anyway, I said, I told Angel what was going on, and she said, girl, well, traffic stops for my body, for her body. I had did her body. And she says, why don't you get back into body sculpting? I just had some girls down on South Street asking me about my body and everything. So she took their numbers, and she actually had it on him when we were talking on the phone. So she gave me the numbers and everything. I told her I needed to think about it though. But at that time, you know, Madam always keeps a professional man in the back pocket. Yeah, I had my little Nicky, you know, my little boyfriend, but the doctor was still in my pocket. So I contacted him and, you know, told him that I had ideas of exiting the business. So he arranged for me and helped me get my silicone. He helped me get my needles.
So I gotta ask the juicy part. So your silicone was grade A silicone.
Let me tell you. Now this is the whole scandal in the courthouse.
Okay, well listen, the scandal in the courthouse, you guys. Right when we come back, we're gonna get we're gonna continue on. Go ahead.
You want to continue?
Yeah, let's continue.
Okay,
on.
let's give it to him now. Okay, I was known for having 3 different grades. One was the Datasil 5000, which all the upper echelons, the Kim Kardashians, allegedly. She wants to say allegedly to protect the show. Amber, Rose,
allegedly,
and all the other girls. You know, the heavy hitters.
Allegedly.
So I offered that for them because they could afford it. So, but then the mid grades was like the girls that were working girls that still wanted it done, and these are cisgender girls. I
never knew it was different grades of silicone.
Yeah,
I never knew that. But
that was Silicon 1000.
Silicon 1000 from what?
1000. That came from Dr. Chimchok in Thailand.
Okay, allegedly.
Yeah. Oh shit. We got a lot of allegedly going on, but read the book. But yeah, so that was the mid grade where, you know, working girls could afford that and everything. And then we had the low grade, which was non-toxic, I will tell you, but it was sustainable. It was good for the body.
That doesn't sound too promising to my viewers. So when we got pumped, God rest her soul, where she's going now, so I can actually speak on it. Kelly Harper was the person that I went to, and she basically made girls what they are in. Woo! She birthed the nation. She made girls women, young boys into girls and girls into women. And she never had any kind of complications whatsoever with any of her silicone, and nobody ever came back for bruising, bleeding, swelling, and dying. But we're gonna get right into that, y'all, for our second segment, coming to you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm gonna stop it.
You are good at this.